Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is May 25th, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at fastest revenue growers in S&P 500. And if you like these videos, please subscribe. That'll give me inspiration to put on new videos like this. So with that, let's jump in here. So I liked this company, NVDA. They announced the earnings after hours and stock came down. It's a great stock to buy. They're out innovating the competitors, and I like the CEO and the founder, Jetson Wong. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, we'll start with a quick market update, and then we'll look at most active ETFs, and let's look at fastest revenue growers in S&P 500, and finally we'll conclude with few stocks to buy. So with that, let's jump in here. Look, from a market update perspective, we got one-day market here. We got Dow Jones Industrial Average, Nasdaq, and S&P 500. Look, all of these major indices did very well today. But again, market was a little bit volatile, as you can see here. It went up in the beginning, came down in the middle, then had a nice finish, then a little bit slowed down towards the end. Same pattern in all the major indices. Nasdaq, same story here, and S&P 500 also similar pattern here. And in the futures market, it's very volatile. It was up about 100 points or so. Now it's coming down slightly, so it's very volatile, as you can see here. This can change by the time tomorrow morning comes, so let's keep a close watch on this. But look, Nasdaq and S&P 500, they're down in the futures market, so it might be opening lower, but we'll keep a watch on this one. All right, now let's jump in and look at the fear and greed index. Look, right now we're in the still extreme fear zone, as you can see here. So we got to be careful. So market might fluctuate around 14 and maybe 25 or 30 for a while now, because we still have a lot of uncertainties. So that's why market is really wondering where to go. That's why you see a lot of fluctuations. It tries to go higher, then comes back down again. That's what's going on here with the China lockdown, Russia, Ukraine geopolitical tension, and high interest rate, high inflation, and Fed is very aggressive here. So we'll see how it goes. At least Fed is indicating they will raise the rates aggressively. We'll keep a close watch. All right. Now from a news perspective, look, we got Nutanix stock dives more than 30% after the earnings include poor forecast. That's what happens when company announces poor forecast. Stock comes down big time. And then we got NVIDIA, one of my favorite stock here. Stock drops about 6% after hours. They got some COVID slowdowns and weaker outlook. So that's why stock came down here. And then you got Snowflake here. Snowflake also slides after the market here, after the earnings. And looks like they got some macro issues impacting. I like Snowflake, but you got to buy this stock very slowly. It's a high multiple stock, so that's why you got to be careful here. And then you got here Nostrum as well as Splunk. They had a nice result here. Stocks are going up here, so we got to be a little bit careful here. But I'm willing to buy stocks like NVIDIA. It's a great one to buy at these levels here. If it comes down tomorrow, call me a buyer. All right, now let's jump in and look at the market. Look, from a market perspective, market is really wondering where to go here. And look, we got major indices here. It came tumbling down from April all the way, and now it's trying to go higher slowly. That's a good news here. At least market is trying to go higher last couple of days. I think this momentum can continue. Look, we got good momentum in Dow Jones and okay momentum in S&P 500 and Nasdaq as well as Russell. Trying to see where to go here with the slight uptick here. That's a good news here. At least we got some positive direction in the stock market. And look, gold is coming down slightly. It's a good hedging play here. You could buy some gold if you don't have. It's always a safe haven to buy some gold. And look, oil is trying to see where to go here, still upticking here. So you could buy some gold on the down days. We will have gold, crude oil or energy on the down days. That will do well. And then you got bond here. Bond is knocked down, as you can see here. Interest rates are slightly going higher. So this will put pressure on the stock market. We'll keep a close watch here. All right. Now let's look at most active ETFs. I love to look at most active ETF because that will give you a direction as how the market might behave. So with that, let's take a look here. Look, we got 1 day market here. In today 1 day, almost all indices went higher with the exception of few. Look, we got XLU. XLU slightly down, as you can see here. Healthcare ETF is slightly down because it's a little more defensive when the market goes down. Typically, healthcare tries to go higher, but when the broader market goes higher, healthcare will think where to go. And look, we got gold, which is again a safe haven, also struggling a little bit today. But most of the stock ETFs did very well. And look, even now we got major indices like S&P 500 and XLF, QQQ. They're all down big time from 52-week high here. They're still in the correction territory. And look, even the Russell 2000 also in the correction territory. And look, IV percentile is very high for these names here. Even up here, you could sell some put options on S&P 500 way below the current stock price and make some money. And you could do same thing in QQQ as well as IWM. And look, overall market doing very well. In the down days, I had been buying some QQQ and SPY. That's going to do very well as you go forward. They will bounce back hard and you can make some good money. And I also love both SMH, which is semiconductor, as well as XLK, which is technology right here. So those are the good ones to buy here. You could buy these on the down days and they will do very well. And I also like XLV, it's a great one to buy. And I also like IBB, which is biotechnology, or XPI. Both are good. You could buy them on the down days here. All right, now let's jump in here and look at the fastest revenue growers in S&P 500. So what we'll do is we'll look at stocks with the return on equity more than 18 and return on asset more than 10. Both return on equity and return on asset really tell you how the company is doing. When they're positive, management is very effective. They're really doing good job on the return on equity as well as return on asset. I love the companies with positive double-digit return on equity as well as return on asset. And then you got your EV by EBITDA. So we are looking at EV by EBITDA more than 3 and less than 8. So this is most people love this EV by EBITDA because this is typically a better multiple than price to earnings. That's why most people love this one here. And we don't want this ratio to be very low and we don't want it to be super high. That's why we are looking at between 3 and less than 8. And then market cap perspective, because market is very volatile, we are looking at market cap more than 2 billion. So that way we are a little more secure here. And in today's segment, we are not looking at short ratio. So we can just remove the short ratio here. We don't need to look at that one in today's segment. All right, now let's jump in here and look at the great stocks which are revenue growers in S&P 500. Look, we got the list here. We got the list sorted by market capitalization. Top of the list we got Microsoft, which is a nice and high capitalization, as you can see here. Microsoft even up here, look, it's a nice grower here. 1 year sales growth, nice 20%, nice net margin 38%. That's again great. And look at the cash here. They got $104 billion of cash, nice free cash flow, and double-digit EPS growth as well as revenue growth for next year. Nice and high 81 score here. I would be a buyer of Microsoft at these levels here. It's a good stock to buy. Look, off late, in today, in 10-day it went higher, but in 1 month and 3 months and 6 months it's a little bit down, as you can see here. RSI is very low, 45. You could buy this great stock here. And I also like Google and Amazon. Both are great names here. I think you could buy them up here. Right now Amazon has got negative free cash flow, as you can see here, but Amazon will do very well despite of negative cash flow. They got a lot of money in the balance sheet, $66 billion, not a big deal. And we got a few more here. Look, my favorite stock, NVDA. It's going to go down slightly tomorrow. That could be a great opportunity to buy this great stock here. I would be a buyer of NVIDIA tomorrow. And we got a few more here. I love Adobe. Shantanu Narayan is the CEO here. He's doing great. Look at the revenue growth here. Nice and high, 18% revenue growth. And look at the profit margin, 30% net profit margin. All great ones here. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll bring up the industry benchmark here and look at those. Look, from an industry benchmark perspective, we got Altman Z-score, which is the industry standard for financial strength, and we got Piotrowski F-score that tells you if the books are consistently good. Any score above 6 or 7 is great. I love those companies. Altman Z-score perspective, the score above say 1.8 is great, and anything below 1.8 is shown in red here, and anything over 2 is also great here. So that's why we got some indications here. I would avoid the ones with the red as if possible. And low numbers are not great here. We got one with low number here. Let's see, it's SIVB here. I would avoid such names here. All right, now let's jump in here and look at few names here. Look, we got both Microsoft and Google. Nice A grade for when it comes to financials. And look, Microsoft has got A grade in the profitability also. That's a great one to buy here. And look at the RSI here. Most of these stocks have got low RSI. That tells you they're beaten down big time here. With the exception of Vertex, which is a biotechnology / pharmaceutical company, all the other stocks have got low RSI. You could buy them up here. No issue at all. And if you're a put option seller, keep a watch on the IV percentile. I got both RSI as well as high IV percentile. When the IV percentile is high and RSI is low, implement strategies like buying put spread, or even I think my best is buying call spread here for stocks like Google and Amazon. You will do very well if you buy call spread. You don't need to worry too much about implied volatility. That will not cut into your profit because you're buying a spread. And I got a few more here. Look, Salesforce.com, very super high IV percentile here because they're having earnings as we go forward. That's why IV percentile is super high here. If you're a daredevil, you could buy sell some put option, but I would wait till after the earnings. And look, we got a nice and high overall score here. I love the one with nice and high score. Look, we got few companies with nice and high score. Facebook, it came down big time after Snap gave the warning that the advertisement could be dropping off here. That's why Meta or Facebook came down here. It's a good one to buy here. And then we got a few more here. I love Salesforce. It's a great one here. And we could buy Lam Research as well as Fortinet. Both are great buy here. You could buy these stocks here. Look, CMG, Chipotle Mexican Grill, has been going down off late here. This could be a good one to buy. This stock, look, it's not made money in last 1 year, but in 5 years it's done some good money here. At these levels, look, RSI is 40. You could buy some Chipotle Mexican Grill here. And we got my favorite, which is Arista Networks here. Stock is down big time here. You could buy this great company here. It's got Jayshree Ullal on the top. She's going to do well and perform very well. And we got few more here. Align Technology completely beaten down here. You could buy this stock. Look, it went up by 8% today. You could buy this one. There may be some short-term pain, but looks like stock is trying to turn around, as you can see here. And we got few more. Look, Take-Two Interactive bounced back very nicely here, 16% high. At these levels, RSI is still low here. You could still buy some Take-Two Interactive. And we got few more, as you can see here. We got EPAM, which was down big time just 2 months ago. Now it's going higher, and at these levels, RSI is middle of the road. You could still buy slowly and go from there. And we got Generac and Solar Edge. I love both these names here. And we got ABMD, again a great one here. You could buy all these stocks here, including PAYC. That's also a good one to buy here. Alright, so with that, what we'll do is we'll go back to browser here and look at Finviz and look at some of these great stocks. Alright, let's start with Microsoft here. Look, let's go to the big chart in Microsoft. Look, Microsoft has been coming down. It's been down for a while. Look, stock has been down since April with the broader market, as you can see here. Now, look what's going on here. We got last 3 days, which is good for Microsoft and the broader market. This could be signaling a turnaround in the market, especially for stocks like Microsoft. It's a good one to slowly buy up here. And look, if you're worried about Microsoft, don't worry. Look at the earnings per share. Company is raising the earnings per share. That's a great one. It tells the company is making money. And look at the sales growth here. I love this sales growth. Nice clip here. And look, shares outstanding is coming down slowly. There is nothing to worry here. Microsoft is outperforming very well. And look, from a from an analyst perspective, we got few ratings from analysts here. Look, the ratings are at least the first one here with the Wolf Research. It's an outperform rating with a nice and high 330 to 350 price bump here. That's a good one here. Overall, all these price targets are above the current stock price, where current stock price is around 262. Look at all these targets here, nice and high, about 300, as you can see here. Alright, now let's look at some news item here. So I think we don't need to worry too much about Microsoft. It's been doing very well. We don't need to worry. Alright, now let's go back here and look at a few more here. We got Google, same story. I love Google. Google has been dropping off, as you can see here. Stock is down and it's showing some strength, as you can see here. Yesterday it came down because there was a news item saying Google is more susceptible, the Google Chrome, for for any hacking. That's why stock came down. But look, earnings are doing very well here. Stock is doing very nicely. I like this company here, and I think we could take advantage. Look, EPS is going higher. That tells you earnings growth is there. There is a revenue growth. That's also good. Shares outstanding is coming down. That's a classic play here. I think Google is doing very well. They got an outperform rating here with the price going down, target price going down from 3,500 to 2,900, and look, stock is now at 2,100, so it has got a lot more way to go here. So it's a good one to buy up here. All right, now let's look at one more and go from there. All right, so we got a few more here. I love Amazon.com. It's turning around, as you can see here. It's a great one to buy at these levels. Look, it's trying to go higher, and as we scan through Amazon.com here, similar trend as you see here. Nice and high earnings growth. I like it. Look, nice clip when it comes to earnings growth. Nice clip when it comes to sales growth. And shares outstanding is slightly increasing. Not a big deal at all. And look, it's got buy rating from 2 analysts, as you can see here, Citigroup and Monash. I think it's a good one to buy up at these levels here. And we got few more. And look, we got few more here. Meta, NVDA. NVDA is one of my favorite here. Look, from a news item perspective, NVIDIA stock sank after hours. So that's what's going on here. Its stock came down here because of the softer guidance here. And look, as you look through the company here, stock price is down, as you can see here. And look, it might go down tomorrow also slightly, but then it will start going higher. And from a earnings perspective, look, I love NVIDIA. Nice earnings clip. That's a good one here. Sales is also good. It's growing nicely. Shares outstanding is increasing slightly, but it's nothing to worry here. And as you scan through here from a total revenue on a quarterly basis, if I click on quarterly, I get the quarterly view here. Look, nice quarterly earnings here. I like the clip here. They're doing pretty well. Look at the revenue growth clip. I love this. And cost of revenue, or the COGS, is also increasing, which is not a big deal. When the revenue is increasing, it's okay to increase the COGS. And look at the research and development. This company NVIDIA is putting money on research and development, which is very much essential. That's how they out innovate the competitors. So overall, I like this story here. Stock came down slightly, but at these levels I would be a buyer of NVIDIA. It's a great stock to buy here. All right, so we got a few more here. Adobe is one of my favorite. Shantanu Narayanan is the CEO. He's really taking the Adobe to the next level with the Adobe Creative Cloud. And look, stock came down big time. Look, big drops in December last year. But now there is some hope the stock is going to go higher. It's forming a nice base and it's trying to go higher. At these levels, it's a bargain. I will be slowly buying some Adobe. It's a proven technology. It's making money. Look, this has got a nice chart. I like this here. Revenue earning perspective, it went higher, but we got slight downtick here between 2020 and 2021. And look, sales is doing nicely, respectable clip here. Shares outstanding is coming down, that's also great. And they got a outperform rating here with the price target 570. Current price is around 402 or so. And look, stock is doing very well. And as you look through the quarterly numbers here, look, we got nice quarterly revenue here. That's doing very well. I like the clip here. And cost of revenue growing also, which is okay. Revenue is growing, no big deal. And this company also put some money on R&D here. Nice clip in the R&D investments. I like this company. It's a great one to buy. All right, so with that, let's go back here and conclude. From a conclusion perspective, during the market-wide sell-off, buy these great ETFs like QQQ, SPY, SMH, XLV, even XLK. They are the great one to buy. And also look at the fastest revenue growth stocks in S&P 500 and buy them slowly. Don't need to buy too much. Buy 5, buy 10, or even if you want to buy fractional quantity, you could buy that on big stocks like Google. Look, my favorites here are Microsoft, Google, Amazon, NVIDIA, Adobe, CRM, which is Salesforce.com, Fortinet, LRCX, Take-Two, Align, and ANET. Align, be a little bit careful, don't buy too much, buy very slowly, because this stock got clobbered, and even getting clobbered today it went higher. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.